Hey everybody, what's happening? This is Shadowkiss and welcome back to more. Excuse me. Excuse me. Spore! Galactic Adventures Modded. We've been through that already enough. Last time, we filled up the level bar for the creature stage, and now we're going to finish the creature stage and go on to tribal. Oh boy, tribal. Oh boy. Well, let's get this started. Of course, when I go to tribal stage, I'm probably going to make something more serious than the Drugosaur. As much as I love using the Drugosaur, and I probably will use it again in my own time, it's just not quite serious enough. Hell, who am I? Who am I, the kid? Alright, let's move on. Excuse me, Chubby. If you don't mind having your name vanish, thank you. During our time as a creature, we have gone straight from the carnivorous past to the very overly friendly future. And after all that, you're thrown into the final stage with, I think... Nope, you don't get every part you've collected. Oh well. There. Now we can still use him elsewhere. He is now the Druosaur. Whatever. Anyway, I think... I'm not sure what I want to change with this. I mean, we'll be able to change them all we want to later on. This gives sneak level 6. Should we just try it, I guess? I mean... did anything even... Nope. Okay, so that thing doesn't work anymore, oh well. See, we want to replace these knee pads with these knee pads. Simply for the extra boost of health, which will be needed in future parts. With our next stage, we're going to try to go default, or basic, not basic, non-hostile, adaptable, what's the word? Neutral. Yes, we're going to try to be both friendly and aggressive, etc., etc. Now, we don't exactly have all the parts that I would like. I mean, we have a wide majority of them, which I happen to approve of. I don't think there's any more changes we need to make. We're pretty set when it comes to parts. I believe when we get to this final stage, we'll be able to edit our creature further, but for now, let's get going. Let us advance. A drug leaf thing to do. You spent all that time running from that infinite wall of fire, only to turn that fire into your ally. Welcome to the start of civilization. We may encounter, on our tribal stage, absolutely nothing apparently. That's one thing. That looks like some... Oh well. Some of these are interesting creatures. We dance. Welcome to the Tribal Sage. If you've played Age of Empires at any point in your lives, this plays similarly to that. Of course, it's also one of the slowest paced stages there is. You can do a multitude of things, including customizing your tribe's appearance. You can also place buildings if you have the food to spend. However, we do not right now. We barely have any food even. Anyway, we can actually... I think we can come in here and... Yeah, look at this. We have every single part in this genetics modifier to do with what we will. So, I'm going to quickly do some creature editing, and I will be right back. Genetic modifications and buffs in place. Now, I'm not sure how well some of these parts are going to work with each other, because some of them are custom parts. But, oh well. Let's say, Tess? I am apparently Tess. Oh well. The Drugosaurs enter the fray. Or Druosaurs, I should say. Okay, and now for one more thing, there's a tribal outfitter. You can, well, obviously, outfit your tribal people with whatever you want. There are typical combinations I go for that give the best possible buffs. Congrats, Drugleaf, you now have a freaky helmet to go with your freaky look. Oh yeah, that's looking killer. Okay, and we want... We'll go with oh, there's something else that has 5 social, isn't there? I think there's something else somewhere here that has 5 social. Might be this Ultra Fez. I'll put on the Ultra Fez instead. Because there are other parts you can use to... Heck. Yes, there are other parts you can use to heck. And then I hit caps lock. There. That totally works, sure. But there are other parts you can use to upgrade things as well. Tiny mask there. Let's see. In order to get the best gathering skill, you need this fanny pack. And I would like to only have one of them, so... Let's plop you here. And shrink you down. There you go. And I believe... Nothing else in there upgrades social or anything. This is a good health upgrade, but we don't exactly need a health upgrade. Actually, no, we do need a health upgrade. I thought there was one in here. Perhaps that's later. We'll unlock it eventually. And then, just to cover up what I presume to be something weird. Drugleaf, you are now a lady. Let's go. So yeah, this is probably going to be a slow episode to start. We don't exactly have food or anything. Okay, I don't need to know my camera. Except it's forcing me to learn the camera controls. Okay. Click hut. Oh, it's wanting me to click down here, okay. Tribe member. Or is it wanting me to click over here? Okay, let's see. I want to first do that, then find the nearest fishing spot, which is way down here. I would very much prefer to fish over anything else. So let's see, are there fish down? There are fish all the way down here. Yeah. Alright, I mean, There's no other place we can fish there. I swear. No, wait. There's totally fish here, isn't there? It says there's fish here. Where are my fish? Fish are friends, not food, said a very wise shark. That shark was severely mistaken because he had not met directly. Okay, yeah, so you boys need to go the opposite way. Ooh, you guys look interesting. Thick legs. Very interesting name, that. Let's see, we have... Oh, now, why are my people keeping their own species as pets? Really? Okay, so in the travel stage, you're able to use things such as or in my case, I can use traps and fireworks. These depend on the outcome of your last stage. If you were a cell carnivore, you'd get traps. If you were a creature social butterfly, you get fireworks. Also, look at that, more drosaurs. And they copied our look, how rude. But with these first people, I prefer to try to befriend them because they are the easiest to befriend. And having allies can provide you with some things later on. However, we cannot tap into those yet. So we just have to hope that they don't come to steal our food, and if they do, we kinda just have to let them. So yeah, you can see why this slow-paced game isn't exactly fun. At least not at the start. Here, you can go ahead and go try to fish. Strike that. Where's the nearest forest? Actually, nearest forest is right over here. We can just... I'll have you harvest. Yeah. Yeah. That should work. Unfortunately, you guys are completely and utterly slow. At least some of the music here is pretty, I guess. Fishing is extremely slow, but the source is infinite. With every other food source, it's limited to the amount of trees you have, to the amount of creatures near you. If I could... Again, to the amount of creatures near you. To the amount of eggs your pets produce. Which, by the way, having your own kind as pets and then using them to grow eggs which you then eat. Really, guys? Really? I honestly didn't care about that wild animal stealing food. It probably wouldn't have gotten much anyway. Let's see. Are we having our first batch approaching camp? We are. Let's see. We have fish, fruit. More fish, more fish. They will automatically go back to what they were doing right after they plant the food. Or not plant the food, but you know. We now have enough food to build a building. We're going to start off with instruments, wooden horns. That's going to take away most of our food, but it should be relatively worth it. Now, I want all tribesmen to collect an instrument. The chieftain cannot pick up items from buildings. Now, right afterwards, with our few numbers, we're going to come over here and attempt to befriend these guys. Usually your people will start to fly towards any people, obviously. Now, I'm not sure how well this is going to go, because typically numbers have an effect in everything. Luckily, it looks like it's going to go pretty well. We're going to have friendship. And having friendship, especially in this stage, is good. That's one. And of course we have to do it again, but at least now you only have to do it twice. It's rather bland now, and again it's just copying what the ally, or what the possible ally wants. Where are you guys going? Go back there. Yet, they won't start until everyone's in place, which can be a slight issue. Listen to my beautiful flute playing. Music soothes the savage beast, I guess. There's some minimal logic in that. I would like to click the button, please. Okay, we now have allies, which is good. Unfortunately, more enemies showed up because of that. So, it'd be best to always keep one person at camp. In this case, I will make it our chieftain. Of course, that is after this fabulous dance cutscene. Sexy. And because of that single upgrade, we get a totem. This one is the flute player, showing that, well, flute. As well, our camp gets a good, or a fairly nice upgrade. We can now hold more tribespeople. Or tribesmen, whatever. Unfortunately, we barely have enough resources. Actually, I don't think we even have enough resources to get a new... Yeah, we don't. So, while I send the chieftain back to camp, I'm going to have these three, instead of starting on eating, because they will eat as they collect resources. However, that's not what we're here for. Chieftain, if you would... You're being attacked by the midget boy. What are you doing? Luckily, as soon as these things die, you can harvest them for food, but... Are you really? He's just... Is he doing any damage? You know... One second. I'm curious. Okay, I removed those special abilities. I don't think they were making any difference, but we're about to find out. Oh, I saw you dealing damage, but again, it's slow and next to non-existent. I swear, Chieftain, if you die to these... The Chieftain is usually your most powerful unit. It took you that long to kill one. And now you're dying. And where'd it go? Did you... You ate the... You're lucky we have people carrying food. Now, there are 3 more tribes that spawned. 1 neutral and 2 hostile. Doing 1 friendly brought us up pretty high, but we have to go hostile against the hostiles in order to, you know, stay around. So we're going to be doing just that. Our first target will be the Cyan. They look to be a bit stronger and aggressive at that. Alright. Now, let's see what new hats and stuff we got real quick. We got something that buffs our gathering and combat, which we don't exactly need. We got something that buffs our social to max, which could be useful, but alas, that's not what we're going for with those. We have Sin Guards. These are this is a shield that provides the best health upgrade in this current section. Hey, I was holding A. Let's try this again. And of course, since it looks like a shield, we're going to make it just that. A shield. Voila! And of course we want to... I think I want to keep it smaller, but I want to do something like that. Actually, maybe I can push this in. This looks better. I think I like it fully extended. I don't like how the wings, excuse me, on it shrink though. That's probably the best we're going to get though. I think we've made decent progress in the tribal stage, though. We made it to the next level. And of course, we not only unlocked extra hats and stuff, but we also unlocked a few things, including fishing spears. This will increase the fishing efficiency. We also have maracas, a new choice in instruments, and we have throwing spears, my personal favorite fighting weapon, and probably the only one I'll be using. Throwing spears are your ranged weapons. Fire or torches are weak against units, but are powerful against huts. And stone axes are melee weapons that are extremely powerful against units. Anyway, I think that's enough for this episode. Next time on Spore Galactic Adventures Modded, we're going to carry on into... well, we're going to make it to the next level, hopefully. I'll see you guys then. Shadicus signing out.